Been doing some roofing in the last week and a half, but we didn't work every day. Roughly about 4 days of work over the last week and a half. I was weighing a decent amount because I was gaining a little chub around the stomach, and the rest of my body was gaining. Oh gosh, I'm getting a little muscular. But yeah, let's see what I look like. Just for the oh wow. This was actually one day I weighed up 10 pounds. I think it was the very first day on this roof. Let's see here. Yeah. I had some neighbors comment on the fact that they noticed a drastic difference in the very first day back. It was great. But the main reason why I'm making this video is about terabytes, gigabytes, megabytes, and kilobytes. Back in the 80s when computers first came out, you might have got 5 kilobytes for your hard drive. That was impressive back then. Just in my apps alone on this phone, I got 17 gigabytes used up. 17 gigabytes. And one of those apps probably takes up about half of that. So roughly about 9 gigabytes. I haven't even fully opened that app yet. It's a game. But if you look at this right there, I got 33 gigabytes free on the internal storage. 2.1 terabytes on the SD card. I think the SD card was maybe 10, 15 bucks. Probably more like 11 something. If you just insert it like you would a SIM card or in the same area, it will ask you to format it. You format the external SD card that you inserted. With a Google phone or Android, you then go to your Google Files or something similar to it. Usually I just go to Google Files like I'm showing here, and have stuff start saving on there by going into settings. It ain't too hard. It usually asks you to kind of do it after restarting the phone a few times, or right away maybe after you restart the phone. On the SD card, I'm not using any space at all. It's your storage settings. I'm using 510 megabytes out of 2.1 terabytes. Um, I've shown on an old account, roughly within the last 6 months, which I don't have that Google account anymore, but how you can take a external hard drive, hook it up to a computer, and instead of just having to use for storage, you can use it to basically as a processor externally, and it helps speed up the computer. Dang, yeah, it does too. As long as everything's properly in line, like updates, whether in the App Store or for the computer, all your antiviruses are up to date. You keep your computer clean. 5-year-old computer. 5-year-old. Yeah, I shouldn't do this. Well, no, it doesn't make a big difference, but I'll unplug it real quick. This terabyte hard drive here is like 5 years old. Same with this laptop. I think it's a 2 terabyte also. Oh, 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte, yeah. If I drop it, it's even waterproof, I think, yeah. Not for the most part. Or not waterproof, but water resistant. So if I were to accidentally spill glass of coffee on it slightly. It should survive it. But yeah. Then there's something about how they brought up magazines on the radio just like 10 minutes ago. And it got me thinking, subscribe to magazines? Who does that? Then I was like, wait, the only magazines I've ever subscribed to was early teens when I had my paper routes, which was for looking up my baseball, football cards, prices and stuff, like Top Magazine or whatever, for looking up prices on cards and baseball and all that. Then as I got a little older, like probably like 16 to about 19, so about 2 years there, I would subscribe to PC World Magazine. Yeah, I read that so much, every month I read a little this and that of every article. Now I look back at it. Dang. Um, so yeah, that's how I can pick up an electronic basically and just ride with it. Especially, no, I'm not going to talk about that. But then if you go with all the schooling I received in school alone, I mean, my computer lab teacher alone, we had straight A's, most of us, or if we even. But we were doing so good overall, the whole class and lab, that he was teaching us how to count cards and decks. He took one whole week before we even would go on to any other subject because we were just that ahead in school in that class. Wow, so much school in there just in that subject alone. But if you think about it, there's like between going from ace to king, you got about 14 cards. The middle card is going to be number 7. So that means your averages are going to be between like 4.5 to about jack. So you get 2 cards that match up in that section. You're going to have, yeah. That's why I can't go to casinos. It's not really counting cards, it's just so indwelled into me from that because it's so fun that, yeah, I'd basically be walking out with, I wouldn't be able to walk out there and toss me out saying I'm counting cards. I don't know how to count cards actually per se. It's just so ingrained that it's just second nature. I don't really have to count the card deck. Basically, you can throw 6 decks together. Still, I've proven it online with Xbox 360, and I hustled. I don't even. I didn't even try. I would go from beginning tables. Next thing I know, I had $2 million, and that was in one day. I was felts for my table, nice chairs. Then I purposely gave away all that 2 million on that poker game. I think it was World Series Poker. One day, up to 2 million or two, whatever. It was a lot of cha-ching I was spending, and I still had a lot of cha-ching. And it pissed off everybody. Everybody would just stand up or try to, yeah, no, I'm not going there either. All right, y'all have a good day, wonderful day or night. Talk to y'all later.